Shabbat Shalom to my Yasharites out there. Today is it's 8:07 p.m. It's Friday, July 26th, and yeah, I'm gonna try to as much possible as I'm gifted. I'm gonna definitely try to put as much truth on here as possible, and I'm gonna tell you once again, I'm giving another testimony. Well, what happened was, of course, revealing truth and doing all these things. The enemy like to take advantage of the little power that they have. So, they definitely manipulated my dreams once again to cause me to, secrete, or to, man, fuck that. They called me to bust a nut in my fucking dreams twice. And, I used that to, glorify the Most High. I washed my garments. I cleansed myself, I showered or whatever, and now it's the Shabbat. This happened when I woke up, so now it's the Shabbat and it's sundown, so now I'm cleansed. So now I'm able to definitely, deliver this message to y'all, period. So, I just want to say, bro, like, I'm going to give y'all the whole, as much as I can, I'm going to give y'all the whole game on this shit, because what the Most High definitely did was, even though, we're born into a war, all right? We're born into a war. We're born into, it's an ancient war that we're born into, okay? And it's like we came into this world as a form of a curse because this world is wicked and we're a blessing. So we came in this world as a form of a curse because we're born into this world, and it's set up for us. It's set up for the odds to be against us and for us to be hurt. But you know what? We're blessed because in all our ways, the Most High will be with us, and He will guide us. You know what I'm saying? And the devil knows that. So that's why certain things are in place. You know what I'm saying? Everything around you. So, yeah. I just definitely want to say that. Fucking with my head. I just definitely want to say that I'm just going to try to give y'all the whole... I'm going to give y'all the physical aspect and the spiritual aspect, because the Most High definitely, blessed me, even though I was asleep for a second. He definitely allowed me to be removed, like to be awoken from the slumber. Because, the curse of Deuteronomy 28 was on me because I'm a Yashar. So he definitely showed me the physical aspect of this thing that's going on, of this present day of life. He showed me the spiritual aspect. Okay, so... your opposers, those that's going against you, your perpetrators for all your target individuals, the perps, they would be considered the Gentiles. Okay, they don't have the Most High Spirit. And I mean, other nations too that's not Yasharites are Gentiles, but, since Cain was bred into our bloodline, Gentiles come in our color now. So you have Gentiles that are black and you have Gentiles that are white. You know what I'm saying? So that was the craftiness of the devil, as far as why he, begot Eve, and Eve bare, Cain. You know what I'm saying? And Cain came through a Yashar-like bloodline. You know what I'm saying? All for this moment to, confuse everything. Because, Satan is the author of confusion, so he wanted to confuse everything, mess everything up. And now look, we got other Yasharites, man, that they look like us, but they not us type shit. Like, they don't have the spirit of the Most High. So it would deceive us, because we gonna look at the person like, damn, okay, there's another black person, let's be with them. But the devil using that black person because that black person is a Gentile, and ultimately that Gentile is an agent. And most likely they are, because in the physical aspect of this thing, they all, it's like they have the proper handbook, the status quo, the national security status quo, 501c3 status quo, the game stalker status quo, the hand signs, the symbols, the timing, all these things that they do. Track and trance is what they call it. Some military people call it, like they call it track and trance. Keep a tab on you, because you're a walking GPS. So keep a tab on you and, just place the illusion around you to put you in a trance. You know what I'm saying? To make you seem like, whatever. But... yeah, so basically, you're born into this world, and first of all, your perpetrators, there's a terrorist website, bro. which is the remote neural monitoring website. And what they do is they place your remote neural monitoring. They got your remote neural monitoring and they place it on a terrorist website. And there's people that got access to this website. There's your perpetrators, a lot of them, some of them that you know that's close to you. They have access to that. And it's a way to control. It's like Satan tried to use this to it's like all national security. Satan tried to use this to the smallest nucleus to make even the most dumbest, fucked up person around you to control you in a way. And what happens is, like, you link to the internet and they have viewings, different viewings, your EEGs and different viewings of your overall, your spectrum. They can see what you think, but they don't know what you know, and they can affect your dreams because the very thing that's looked at as a privilege, the very thing that's looked at as a passion and a pleasure, is the very thing that entrapped us, which is technology, which is the Wi-Fi, the towers, all these things that's bringing off waves and frequencies and all these things. That's the very thing that's used to imprison us, to imprison people. You know what I'm saying? And what the devil did is he basically took advantage of it because it was something used as a good thing. But, the devil, of course, manipulate things because deception is manipulation. I mean, witchcraft is manipulation, deception, and rebellion. And most definitely the enemy manipulated the technology and made it to work against the righteous people to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? And it gives these people around you, these fuck niggas, these puss assholes, these Gentiles by spirit, it gives them a sense of power because guess what? They don't have power because they don't have the Most High. All power comes from the Most High. And the Most High is allowing them to have this advantage over you because this is just His word. And just as His word says, we got a lot of people that's waking up to this and a lot of people that's, becoming stronger and stronger and getting greater and greater. That's why the Most High say, keep His word, live a life of purity, because once you live a life of purity and you keep His word, your vessel will become purified, and he will be able to bestow certain truths to you and show you a lot of things dealing with this, because I had to sit still and I had to let the Most High purify me, bro, and I had to let Him just teach me and show me, you know what I'm saying. And definitely He showed me the physical aspect of this whole thing and the spiritual aspect. And you just got people basically taking advantage, and some of them do it at their leisure. They feel like, damn, okay, well, I'm bored, I'm mad, so let me, go to this guy's this guy's panel, this remote monitoring panel thing, and let me just, do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? It's used to kind of torture you or to harass you, but it's like at the end of the day, it's like once you got the Most High covering over you and you doing what you're supposed to do, the Most High definitely will shield you from certain things, and He will help you in all your ways, bro. So this shit right here is very temporary, and and it's like the more they do it, because they try to establish their dominance, because they don't have the Most High Spirit with them, so they're very weak and feeble. And then you got a lot of people too who just joining that side, who just joining the citizen courts, the gang stalker program, you feel me? Like, because I done witnessed a few people that's new into the fucking program, and I'm like, damn, like, so y'all can just join up on this shit, huh? And yeah, they got people that just, newcomers that join up on the harassment and things like that. And yeah, it's just crazy, but yeah, man. All power comes from the Most High, and most definitely the Most High is allowing this, and through all these persecutions and things that's happening to you, He's definitely on both ends. They're being judged in a major way, and it will be a retribution. Like, they will have to recompense you everything that was deprived from you here, and also they're suffering, and also they're going to hell after that. So it's like they sold because, for one, they found out about the technology, and they wanting to be with the majority. They wanting to be, because majority rules, right? And they feel powerless, and they just gave in to the bullshit. Oh, you need a brotherhood. You need this and that. You need some empowerment because you don't have power yourself. Yeah, you don't got power yourself because the Most High not with you. So definitely you feel weak, and you don't got no strength to you because the Most High not with you. So yeah, and they made the wrong choice. They joined that wicked side, and bitch, like, there's curse after that. They're cursed to vanity. So as they sing, and guess what? They don't witness, and the boasting come in. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let me finish too. So at points they seen what this technology do and how it hurts people, and they're like, damn, like, I don't want to go through that. Like, they can hurt people, they killing people, and of course, Satan gonna put in their head, and they gonna feel like, and Satan gonna tell them like, yeah, man, if God was for these people, he would save them, he won't let them go through this. But the words say that the righteous suffer many afflictions. The words say the righteous suffer many afflictions. So they're deceived in that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, they just deceived in that, bro. Period. They're deceived in that. You know what I'm saying? But if they knew the word definitely says the righteous, says it in Psalms all through the word, the righteous suffer many afflictions. And all this is for us to be tried as silver, to be as refined gold, all these things. So it's all it's a building for you. You know what I'm saying? And I just take it in stride because the more shit they do to me, the more it's like, it just give me another way to follow the Most High laws. This shit easy as fuck. I mean, you have these moments because they vex my soul like a motherfucker. They vex my spirit, but now I know, who I am, and I'm the lineage of David, bro. I'm a Yashua, like, I'm the lineage of David, bro. I'm from a long line of prophets, and the craziest thing is, my mom and my dad were fucking Gentiles by spirit. Like, none of them was spiritual at all. But the Most High definitely, he gifted me with his spirit, even though both of my parents were Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? That just goes back to, the craftiness of the devil and what he did through our bloodline, through Yahshua like bloodline. But, the Most High definitely had favor on me. And I have a sister. It's only me and my sister. And I'm the firstborn. And I'm the male, and the Most High definitely just gifted me with his spirit, and he just guided me, man, in many ways. And even to this day, So I just give all glory to the Most High, and yeah, like, it's just a beautiful thing, because my life is the testimony of the prophets before me. My whole life is literally 777. 7 months premature. 2012 was when, the Most High sealed me. He sealed me in 2012, and we in 2019. That's 7 years, and he showed me all of this, everything that I know. He showed me all this in 7 months. He showed me this in the span of August up to March. 7 months. He showed me all this shit. He showed me who I was, Ezekiel 33, verse 33, and it was 777. My whole life is 777. I live at 2248. That's my address to my house. That equals 16. 2248 equals 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. Everything on my life, even my concealed weapon license, is 777 on it. Like, everything of me is 777. So my life is like prophecy. My life is like, and I'm doing the same thing Jesus did, who was a prophet. I'm doing the same thing all the prophets before me did. Is, I'm trying to wake my people up, bring them back to the commandments, and I worship God and follow his commandments. And the Most High definitely bestowed this upon me, and kept this sealed in me. And the enemy think they know everything. The Most High is allowing the enemy to do so much, only so much, and they're blinded by the little power that they have, and they're drunk off the little power they have, off the little pride and all this shit that they're going on. They're drunk off of that, and they only see what the Most High allowed them to see because the enemy is blinded. So what they're seeing with their physical eyes, they're prideful and they're boastful in that. Not understanding, not fully knowing the works of the Most High. Like, the Most High is allowing you to do this to his people. He's allowing you to do that. So if he's allowing you to do that, there's something that he got going on that you don't know about. And he's going to leave you blind to it. So, and the crazy thing is, that's a man-made technology. As much as they try to make it seem like it's perfect and all this and that, man isn't perfect. The only thing that's perfect is the Most High. Man is imperfect, so it's definitely faults in their technology, because they can only see what you think and they don't know what you know. You know what I'm saying? So, but as long as if you live a sinful way, and you live a way contrary to how the Most High wants you to live, they will have more of a control over you. So it's definitely like It's like a type of just gotta cleave to the Most High as much as possible, bro. And you know, the Gentiles gonna tell you all day, oh, you know, it's impossible to follow 612 laws, when really that's deceptive, because first of all, they make it seem like there's like a long list. You gotta do this, you gotta do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. Like, no, it's not like that. There's certain clean laws, and there's unclean laws. There's certain things you can do. You don't have to sacrifice a lamb or cattle for everything. You know what I'm saying? At all. The Most High already told you how to sacrifice. For it's better to sacrifice. It's certain. He already told you. He already told you how to sacrifice. He used the prophet Jesus to tell you that, and he used David to tell you that. And you know, I'm definitely gonna go, because I write things down, which y'all know. Y'all should know if y'all watch my videos. I write things down, and it's a few things that I wrote down here. That's definitely like just proving that point that, you know, you don't have to sacrifice a fucking lamb or an ox. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that suffice for sacrificing, man. About, you know, fasting and caring for the next man. You know what I'm saying? All these things are spiritual laws that you're practicing. And when you're giving alms, when you're giving gifts to people that need, and you're helping people, you're giving advice, you're doing all these things. Like, I put my face on this camera to tell y'all this. The Most High is, you know, covering my sins as I do this, because I'm established in love. And it says in Mark 12:29-33, you know, it's to love and to treat people how you want to be treated. That's the laws. That's how the law is summed up, you know. And the Most High definitely take pleasure, and it's all about obedience and faith. Because through obedience you will have faith. Because through obedience the Most High will use your vessel, and you will follow His laws, and you will know Him. And through being obedient to the Most High, you're gonna see His magnificent works being revealed in front of you, and you will definitely see. He will allow your eyes to see, and you will definitely see just miraculous things, and He will definitely use you to get His will done, man. Simple as that. And that's what all the prophets did. You know what I'm saying? That's how all the prophets. That's how all the prophets were prophets, man. That's how Jesus, David, Moses, Isaiah, all the prophets, Ezekiel, freaking all the prophets and servants of the Bible. That's how they was great. You know what I'm saying? And was able to do great things, because they you know, and they all suffered afflictions. They all was persecuted in a major way. And they keep it real, they always gain stock. Because Job, if we want to keep it real, Job was gain stock, Jesus was gain stock, and David was gain stock. You know what I'm saying? All of them suffered afflictions. All of them took pains. All of them got some type of illness. And the Most High definitely see them through their afflictions and illnesses. Which is afflictions anyway. All of that's affliction. He definitely see them through a lot of these, you know, trials they went through. You know what I'm saying? So, and another thing, like, when we followed the commandments, when Israel followed the commandments, we was a great nation. We followed the commandments. Because it's the Most High. We're there's a Yah, and we're Yahshua-lites. We're the Most High babies, man. We're Yahshua-lites. So, you know, we definitely grew great. The more we was obedient and did what the Most High wanted us to do, we was great. You know what I'm saying? And what the enemy did, he took crafty counsel, and he placed. Thank you, y'all. The enemy took crafty counsel, and he placed. Okay, the enemy took crafty counsel. He took crafty counsel, and what he did was he made this environment, because we're born into a prison. We're born for it to be against us. And what they did was they placed drugs, porn, everything that's anti the Most High law around us, for us to dwell amongst these evil devices and to entertain these evil devices, all to, you know, push the Most High's truth away, to push the Most High spirit away. That's what they did. It took crafty counsel against us, man. And there's a lot of people, and they manipulated the word. know what I'm saying? They manipulated time. They manipulated places. They manipulated our calendars. They manipulated everything around us to hide the truth. But those that the Most High are for, those that the Most High are for, He will guide them. And it says in Deuteronomy 32, it says in Deuteronomy 32, man, that it was the Most High who kept Adam the apple of His eye and led him through the wilderness, and there was no strange God amongst him. It was the Most High alone that led His people, that led Adam, period, through the wilderness, through his pains and through his sorrows and all these things. So the devil definitely know, just through watching us for many centuries, from their people watching us, from people in different, from them watching us for a certain period of time, for a very long time, the devil definitely know. And there's a lot of people like myself who was born into this shit, who was already on remote neural for the jump, because they was always worried, and they knew, like, okay, well, he's not with us, so he's definitely a threat, so we gotta watch him. And they definitely, a lot of people that came into my life was definitely implants, because a lot of people that I know, I didn't seek to know. They suck out to know me. Like they contacted me. They got in contact with me. They came to me. You feel me? Type shit. So it's definitely like people are definitely implanted and are used to suppress you. Are used to, these will be your, I guess people like to call it your what they call it, your handlers or whatever. They will be the ones who will have control over the situation. They will be the ones to try to like suppress you and keep you, you know, if they know that you struggle with smoking, you struggle with drugs, they would definitely make a way for you to get these drugs. They would definitely make a way for you to keep you in a crutch type, weak type state. Because for one, they're weak, and misery love company, and they want you to be weak like them. Because the more weak you are, the more they can have a control over you. So they definitely will keep you around a toxic environment. They definitely will, you know, be very condescending towards you. They'll be very, you know, they're gonna be all traits of what won't inherit the kingdom. They will be all traits of flesh and vanity. And the Most High already said certain things won't inherit His kingdom. So you will know who people are based upon if you put His word to the test. If you listen to His word and you follow His word, you know. Test the spirit by the spirit, you know, by the fruits of their ways you shall know them. So there's only two ways. There's There's the purified, righteous, glory way, that straight and narrow way, which is the Most High. Then you got the fleshly, do it yourself, you your own God, Christ conscious, self-made, I do what I want way. There's two ways you can follow. One leads to death. One is death and one is vanity. You got the other one that's the Most High way, that is the righteous and true way, that will, you know, bring life to your vessel, that will, you know, that's the life way. And you got the death way. So everything that these people or these Gentiles are doing is death. And that's getting into the spiritual aspect of the situation. That side would be the death side, and that other side would be the life side. And they would definitely show traits of who they are by how they live their life, by what they talk about. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. And, you know, and the devil definitely use, and you know, the devil, it only works, all this shit works against you if you don't know about it. So that's why, you know, they keep quiet, because one is a gag order for them. Because like, okay, if they do reveal certain truths, not only will they lose certain privileges of the devil, they will lose their shit. They can be killed also. So they definitely scared, because the Most High make you triumphant. The words don't fear no death or any form of devil, man. That's I Wayne, man. Man, the words don't fear no death or any form of devil. The other side, they fear death. And they fear the devil. When the Most High already put us above everything. He already put us above everything. So what the fuck we gotta fear besides the Most High? That's the only thing we gotta fear, because that's the only one that's above us. It's the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And it's the Most High, the God of Israel, who's the controller of the peace and the evil. And the Most High only will let the devil do so much to you. But the enemy is deceived, and he will make you be deceived in thinking that, you know, the Most High forsakes you, that, you know, there's nothing that's for you to help you. You know what I'm saying? All type of bullshit. You know, the devil gonna push that off, because that's what the world push off. The world push off this no hope. Oh, it's impossible, no hope, majority rules, and money rules, flesh rules, vanity rules. That's the devil, bro. Death rules. That's why everything is death. All these video games, everything that's around you is used to dilute the truth and used to keep your mind occupied on other things. All these philosophies, all these religions, it's used to keep your mind occupied on, to make you live a life of error. So even those that are not in this program, they will be controlled and have the mark of the beast, because they will accept the beast's way and they will live. They will do the works of the beast without the beast even having them being a part of the game stocking program. So that's when it get real complicated and it get tough, because there's a lot of people that still under this delusion that sleep. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, the works of the Most High is truth, and in all truth He do His works. So through the realms of truth and mercy, He's gonna operate. And I never lifted my soul up to live in a deceitful manner, to hurt people or to anything. And the Most High seen that, He definitely rewarded me according to the cleanness of my hands and my integrity, which it says in Psalms. And I definitely give all glory and praises for that, because I could easily been killed or somewhere even worse in my affliction and in my time of trials. But He definitely picked me up when I was low, and it's the Most High who made the least the greatest. And just as my ancestor David, he was the least amongst his brothers, and He made him great. You know what I'm saying? And they was able to conquer and do a lot of great things through the Most High Spirit and His presence. So most definitely, man. And yeah, now the Most High definitely showed me the physical aspect and the spiritual aspect. All root of this world is spirituality, and your perpetrators, they lack the Most High Spirit. And those white people, these Spanish people, these Asian people, these, all types of other people that's not Atlantic slave trade, Negroid people, or the seed of Abraham, period. A lot of them, the reason their gang stopped is, remember, Israel had strangers in their lands. Like, strangers dwelt amongst Israel. So these people, they're not Yahshalites, but they're able to, not go through the full calamity of what the wicked would go through. So the Most High will have mercy on these people that's also targeted, that's not Yahshalites. So, simple as that. And I mean, yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, man, the Most High just he's perfect in all His ways. There's no iniquity in Him. And what they did was they fucked with our Bible and everything else to try to make the Most High a man. You know what I'm saying? Because it says in Obadiah and it says in Joshua 23 how the Most High don't have to repent for anything. He's not a man that He should lie, and He's not a man that He should lie, nor if He the Son of Man to repent or something like that. Man, like the Most High perfect in all His ways. And the enemy blinded to a lot of things. So what they do is, since they blinded, they try to make you blinded. But if the Most High is for you, He will guide you. You know what I'm saying? Period. And that's just what it comes down to. But that's why it's important that you guys separate yourself from all types of a whole way of life that's not godly, because you got to be holy for the Most High is holy. And name one prophet of the Bible, any servant of the Bible that did what the fuck they wanted to do and prospered. That wasn't a Gentile. Because even the Gentiles or the people that's not Yahshalites, they would have to follow the Most High laws to even have a form of goodness, because these are laws are in place, and that's God's word. You know what I'm saying? Period. And they keep the foundations intact. His word do. So yeah, man. It's y'all that do it all, man, and it's all a test, man. And he's showing the difference between ourselves, because they go to church like us, they go to school like us, all these things. And He's definitely these are the wheat and these are the tares, and He's definitely separating both sides, and He's letting the tares show themselves, and He's letting the wheat flourish and grow, because all this is the harvest is ripe. The harvest is getting ripe and ripe, and that's the more time we go on, and He already said what's gonna happen to the tares. They're gonna be yanked up and thrown into the fucking fire. And the wheat, the Most High gonna gather the wheat and put them in His barn. So, it's very important that if you got people that's trying to bring you back to the laws, that's trying to restore you, it's trying to help you. The Most High is using these people, to definitely reveal truth to you, to help you. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High have to operate in the realms of His word, man. He can't go against His word. He got to do it in the Most High structured in everything He does. He isn't lawless. The Most High is lawful. He is lawful. He is not lawless. The devil is lawless. The Gentiles, the enemies are lawless. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High, He do everything in order. He's perfect in everything He do. And it's the Most High. This is the Most High, period, that make my way perfect, man. It's His laws and His way that make my way perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because me away from the Most High, I'm nothing but flesh. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely important that, and the commandments are spiritual laws for spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that. And yeah, man, and with the physicalness of this shit, this program, they can pass, like, what they do is it's a decoding. And what they can do is they can do it through Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. What they do is they can hide the remote neural modeling website and make it like a decoding for like a Facebook app or whatever. And what they do is they have a certain code that they can put in on their phone. And what they do is they put the code in, and they can access the website, and they can see your viewing, they can see your EEGs and all these things, like your thoughts and all this. They can see that shit. You know what I'm saying? They can see all of that. And they can definitely send telepathic thoughts. Like, they can send artificial thoughts to you. They can say things and make you think it. They can, intervene in your dreams. All these things they can do because, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. And technology increase, wickedness increase, which is all says in the word. And the word talks about computers as well. So all of that, it just shows, the time we in and what's going on, man. So this technology do exist, and it's the spiritual laws that can help you defend these technology. It's the Most High who's a shield to you. You know what I'm saying? So you most definitely got to cleave to His word, cleave to the Most High, and He will definitely guide you and help you in all your ways, man. Because He definitely knows all the tools and all the things that's coming against us, because we're born into a war. He made us upright, but Satan placed this whole toxic environment around us, all these vanities around us. We're in Satan's world, and a lot of us, are misguided, purposely misguided, to keep us suppressed. And with us being suppressed, the devil is definitely able to kill us and to hurt us. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Most High say, man, you gotta know the word for yourself, because there's a lot of false prophets, a lot of false teachers out here that's not telling you these truths. You know what I'm saying? That's not trying to help you. They just trying to, come up while they can, get this money while they can, and use you as a fool to get their money out. You feel me? And it's all a 501c3 status quo, man. It's a national security, and they purposely made you a terrorist, and they got you on this website for national security, to do their due diligence, to serve the community, to serve the public, to serve the people. And no, you're targeting innocent people, and you're making people who don't know about this shit go crazy, and you're setting them up, and you killing them and hurting them, and you just letting that feed your beast system. Oh, they was criminals. Oh, they was crazy. You gotta put them on medication. Oh, they gotta go to prison. Oh, the police gotta kill them. All this shit, you know what I'm saying? All feed the system, and y'all the ones that's really just, leading the sheep to a slaughter. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a conquering lion of Yehuda, man. The Most High made me a conquering lion of Yehuda, bro. I'm as bold as a lion, man. I'm bold as a lion. You can't do shit to me, because I'm sealed. In my fucking forehead, I'm sealed. And everybody that's not sealed, the devil can kill, can destroy. But those that are sealed, that's like, the prophets that the Most High raised up, Just like how, because in Isaiah it says, the Most High always bring up a remnant. He always bring up a remnant in a generation. Just like back in Deuteronomy, how Eleazar and Joshua was anointed to bring the new generation into the promised land. He always bring up prophets. And just like in Judges, he always bring up, judges and prophets and certain people that know the Most High to speak to the people, man. Because if you're not righteous, if your temple is not clean, the Most High is not going to dwell amongst a wicked place, and he's not going to be with you, man. So he definitely, use prophets just like Jesus, just like Joshua, just like Moses. He bring these people up to be prophets and to know the Most High, to bring his people back to him, to teach the people the ways of the Most High. Because prophets are God mouthpieces, and they speak in the realms of the laws. And the Most High is using them to speak to you. So definitely, and that's why Jesus said in the word that, if they don't accept Jesus, if they don't not accept Jesus, but, if they don't accept what's coming from Jesus, like if they don't accept what Jesus is saying, they don't accept the Most High, because it's the Most High Spirit that's in the prophet Jesus, that's in the prophet Moses, that's in the prophet Isaiah, that's in the prophet David, that's speaking to you, and the Most High speaking through these vessels to you to help you. So that's why, man. Everything that's under the Most High is a creation. None of the prophets, none of the people mentioned in the Bible was God. There's only one God, bro. There's only one God, man, and everything else is a creation. Is a creation not to be worshipped. All right. So as simple as that. And I mean, shit, it's just so much, man. I don't have enough time because I got 41 minutes. But hope y'all get the gist of that, man, because that's the physical and the spiritual aspect of what the fuck is going on, man. Simple as that. All right. Basically, Psalms, man. Y'all just read Psalms, bro. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. For this God is our God forever and ever, and he will be our guide even unto death. That's Psalms 48:14. Psalm 60, verse 11. Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. Psalm 68, verse 11. The Lord gave the word. Great was the company who published it. All the prophets are his servants. Psalm 68, verse 20. He that is our God is the God of salvation, and unto God the Lord belong issues from death. Psalm 68:35. O God, thou art terrible out of the holy places. The God of Israel is he that giveth strength and power unto his people. Blessed be Yah, the God of Israel. Psalm 62, verse 11. God has spoken once. Twice have I heard this, that power belongs to God. Psalm 62:12. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work. Man. It's the Most High that forgive you for sins, man. It's the Most High that do it all, man. And it says right here, for y'all, David said this already. Psalm 69, verse 31. This also shall praise the Lord. These also shall please the Lord better than an ox or a bullock that has horns and hoofs. Basically, with faith and obedience, man, all of that, man, will please the Lord more than a sacrifice to a damn bull or ox or whatever. Being obedient to the Most High law, statutes, and commandments, bro. Don't be deceived in thinking that you need to, follow a damn whole checklist when everything will take a sacrificial atonement of an oxen or a livestock, period. You know what I'm saying? Just read Leviticus, bro. You know what I'm saying? And know what the Most High, see. Just know what the Most High like and what's pure to the Most High, and know what the Most High hate. You know what I'm saying? It definitely sin is what he hate, And definitely obedience and faithfulness and trust is what he loved, man. Because all these things is what purify your vessel and make you be able to be used. And he can use you in a mighty way. And wisdom and all these things can be gifted to you just as he gave wisdom to Daniel, to Solomon, you know, all parts of his spirit that the Gentiles, that your perps don't have. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, bro, it's an honor and a privilege to know the Most High. It's an honor and a privilege to be in this fight, man. And he definitely raised people up to, you know, let y'all know what's going on. What's old is now, ain't nothing changed. We still on the same earth platform. So y'all just know that. And man, I did the best I could with much time that I have. So, I mean, I said Shabbat Shalom to all my Yasharites, man. And, you know, peace and blessings also. And peace and blessings to, you know, my all the creations out there, man, that, you know, that seek to know the Most High, his works, and, you know, that definitely thirst for righteousness and justice, man, because it's the Most High alone that bring judgment, that's righteous and true. And he's the ultimate judge. He's the only forgiver of sins. And love cover a multitude of sins. As long as you operate in the realms of what you're supposed to operate, each second and each day, you covering your sins, man. So, you know, most definitely, bro. I love y'all, man. So this is what I'm supposed to do. He brought me up to do this, so this is what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And the devil did everything in his power. Put, you know, all these fake implants, and all these implanted motherfuckers and all this shit, all the technologies are used against me to stop this. But, you know, Most High definitely getting this. He definitely doing this because, you know, I put the Most High first in everything I do. And I shall wax great just as my ancestor, my forefather, my lineage, David did. And I shall prosper in my ways just as Hezekiah did. So, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Abayah Mashiach. Happy Shabbat. Man, I'm out, y'all, man.